Let's begin. Today's December 6th, 2024, and we're solving the Daily Turing Machine Puzzle. Today's puzzle uses the following 6 criteria cards. Criteria cards 2, 9, 11, 16, 18, and 20. And the puzzle uses the orange verification cards. The code above is your way to get more information on today's puzzle by searching the code on turingmachine.info. Let's go solve. So in the grid above, we've got our 6 criteria cards. On the top row, we've got criteria card A, criteria card B, and criteria card C. On the bottom row, we've got criteria card D, criteria card E, and finally criteria card F. So criteria card A takes a look at our first digit, the triangle digit, and the Turing Machine will be comparing it to the number 3. So should the value of triangle be less than 3? Should it be equal to 3? Or should the value of triangle be greater than 3? Criteria card B will take a look at our 3-digit solution, and the Turing Machine will let us know how many digits are 3. Are there no 3s? Is there a single 3? Perhaps 2? Maybe even all 3 are 3. Criteria card C will take a look at our first and second digits, triangle and square, and compare them. So should the value of triangle be less than square? Should they be equal, or should the value of triangle be greater than square? Criteria card D again takes a look at our 3-digit solution, except this time it'll let us know a little bit about the ratio of even to odds. Should there be more even than odds, or should there be less even than odds? Criteria card E will take a look at our 3 digits, triangle, square, and circle, add them together, and the Turing Machine will let us know if the sum total is an even quantity or an odd quantity. And finally, criteria card F again takes a look at our 3-digit solution, but this time it'll let us know a little bit about its structure, so to speak. Specifically, it can tell us whether there are no repetitions, as in the example 125, or it could let us know that there's a double number, as in the example 112, or it could even be a triple number, a single digit repeated 3 times, as in the example 222. And remember, the objective of today's puzzle is to find that unique 3-digit code that abides by all the 6 criteria cards we just described. And we're going to start off with an initial proposal of 314. So I think the first thing I'd like to test is criteria card D. Okay, so the Turing Machine approves of my proposal. Notice we are counting the evens versus odds. In my proposal, I do have 2 odds to a single even, and the Turing Machine approves of that. So it's letting us know that there should be less even than odds. So let's go ahead and type that up, and we'll say yes, there are less even than odds. Next, I'd like to test criteria card E. So the Turing Machine does not approve of my proposal. In criteria card E, we are adding up the 3 digits. So let's go ahead and do that. So 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 is an even quantity, but since the Turing Machine does not approve of that, it's letting us know that actually the sum total should be odd. So let's go ahead and type that up in our notes in section E. And again, we'll say that triangle plus square plus circle should actually be an odd quantity. And what can we say? Well, if we want the sum total to be odd, remember, criteria card D revealed to us that there should be a majority of odds. So we have at least 2 odds. So if we say that we have 2 odds and a single even, well, 2 odds add up to be an even. And then if you include an even into the mix, that sum total is even. But that's not what we have here. So in fact, in combination with criteria card D and E, we know that the solution only has odd digits. only odd, I'll just say odds. Yeah, so together these two criteria cards have informed us that we're looking for a three odd digits. So very interesting how that played out. So that means, yeah, let's go ahead and cross out all of the evens in triangle, square, and circle. So in combination, we're able to cross out a total of 6 digits. So I've mentioned in previous videos how it's fascinating how Turing Machine really, just with its simple clues, it just makes these numbers stand out uniquely. So okay, so we are looking at 3 odds, and I think I'm gonna test criteria card F. I would like to know whether are they all unique? Perhaps, well, I do have a unique solution, so we'll see how that plays out. So let's go ahead and test criteria card F. Okay, so it does not approve of a unique solution. So there are some repetitions. So now it's between a triple number and a double number. Well, I don't think it can be a triple number, because if it were a triple number, then we would know automatically that triangle should equal square. Because if it's a triple number, they're identical digits. So that would mean that this card would be irrelevant. So I think I'm going to type it up as I'm deducing that there is a double number. So let's go ahead and type that up. And again, I'm going to say I'm going to deduce the solution is a double number. Okay. Well, that does it for this round. We have completed our 3 Turing tests. We're now going into the phase where we'll be discussing how to construct a good second round proposal. So notice we did not test criteria card A, figure out what triangle might be. We know it's an odd, but which one is it? Criteria card B queries how many 3s there are. Well, at this point, at most, we know there can't be 3 of them, but we could have, none, 1, or 2. It's possible. And of course, criteria card C is comparing our first and middle digits. Okay, and I think everything in the bottom row is well established. We already know, yeah, we've got 3 odds, and there is a pair. Okay, so, well, criteria card C does have an equal. It could be that we have the pair in both triangle and square, and it could be that criteria card A will let us know which number will be paired up. Will it be the 1s or 5s? And so I'm thinking perhaps maybe it's going to be like either 113 or 553. Or it could be that there are no 3s and it's going to be, 115 or 551. So I'm really thinking, and again, could it be where maybe, let's see, if that's the case, or it could be, where the pairs are maybe triangle and circle, and square might be, a different number. But I'm really thinking it's going to be triangle and square that's paired up. So I think I'm going to go with 115, and we'll see, what if they're not equal, we'll see how. I hope I will be able to deduce at the end whether it's true. So I'm going to say there are no 3's. The first two are equal, and triangle is 1. So let's go ahead and try 115. And just to double check, yeah, they're all odds. Obviously the sum is odd, and we have a double. Yeah, okay. So let's see, which one would be worth testing? I think A and C really play a larger part. And, I think we'll still have to test B. But let's go ahead and test C. Okay, so it is true that the first two are paired up. So yes, so triangle should equal square, and we're going to type that up in our notes in C. So triangle does equal square. Okay. That in itself does not allow us to cross out anything, not until we actually test A. But let's see. Yeah, I think we just have to test A. Let's see. So no, I did choose a 1. 1 is less than 3. So either triangle is equal to 3 or greater than 3. So let me go ahead and type that up in our notes, and we'll say triangle is either equal to 3, equal to, or be greater than 3. So we can eliminate the 1's in triangle and square because we know they are equal. Since triangle is not a 1, square can't be a 1. They're equal. Now, what about, again, I believe we do have, again, I deduce that we have a double number. I'm going with that. So could we have 2 3's? So I don't think we could have 2 3's, or at least, triangle and square cannot be a 3 because then how would you choose between 1 and 5? So I don't see how you could have triangle and square be 3's, because that would produce either 3 3 1 or 3 3 5, and those seem to be ambiguous. I have no way of figuring out what exactly purple is. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and based on that argument, cross out the 3's. Okay, so that would leave me with 5 5, which would mean that because it's a double, that means circle cannot be a 5. And so the question is there a single 3 or not? And so, yeah, it seems like obviously criteria card B will inform us of that. So let's go ahead and test criteria card B. Okay, so it does approve of the absence of 3. Notice I have 0 3's, and it's telling me, yeah, you're right, there are no 3's. So let's go ahead and type that up, and we'll say that the solution has no 3-digit. And since there is no 3, well, yeah, let's go ahead and cross it out from circle. And it seems like our solution should be 551. So let's go ahead and type that up. Okay. Well, while it's getting typed up, there seems to be a little lag. We will continue. So here, I presume let me go ahead and cross out the equal, because it is not, or I deduce it's not going to be equal to 3. So let me go ahead and just add another note that we deduced that. So yes, our first digit triangle is greater than 3. It's a 5. There are no 3's in our solution. The first two are equal. They're all odd. The sum is odd. And there's a double. Well, it seems like that's our solution, but let's go verify. So 5, 5, 1. Okay, fantastic. Well, how did we do versus the Turing machine? Well, this is a 6 criteria card puzzle, and we did exactly 6 tests. D, E, F in the first round, and A, B, C in the second. And it looks like the first one's correct, and we got 3 X's and then 2 check marks. So let's go ahead and type that up. So D was correct. E, F, and A were all incorrect. And then we ended with 2 check marks. Okay, wow, we beat it by 2 questions. Very interesting. Well, obviously this deduction of a double number worked out. That's for sure. And then I think, again, we kind of logically sort of argued that, yeah, you couldn't have 2 3's because then you wouldn't be able to distinguish between 1 and 5 in circle. And so, yeah, we sort of deduced A, even though we only tested it once. So that was a win. And we kind of got lucky with C, right, that they were both equal. But again, knowing that there was a double, we had that opportunity to check. So, and it turned out to be correct. Well, how did you solve it? What criteria cards did you choose? Let us know if you discovered anything interesting. I'm always looking for interesting combos of criteria cards that kind of produce these aha moments. If you discovered anything and you'd like to share, please add those to the comments. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up so that more people can find the channel. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe to not miss out on any future videos. Well, until next time, have a great one.